men can just say returns and as a profit be go you will see kind of so on. And also pa ekoye pa I didn't hear in term. Now no more ayen couldn't come on. You chrome there that 5,000 and beyond with my Japadi I will chrome her. I didn't hear in term when now near your rap bonning. And I also saw any penny on that Bayport Financial Services and all. Now no ND and come on 0245 153283 0245 153283 and I feel say 026 300 7922 026 300 7922 now near your Bayport Financial Services for ND and come on and for more a fixed deposit in the one we'll see how. Oh, sorry, I'm not pay and said I'm koye. Which you will see crying. I will send a gum nina yawaya. Want to mesre, will sing an arsenal, will sing an IBB hono, a sea guanum, and the Chiracasa Obeka. Oh, Casso Bien will say yes, Cassana Wakano, effective yenim, and I said defective yenim. Nina, open CSC amount, will send no Sebio. Accident in tea, a 2F honum. I'm a man for so. Me patrol Bragentimen Dental Clinic Limited. Boy yepa, you bet me solve problem now. Your examination, after consultation, and after some root canal treatment, RCT, and your scaling, polishing, extraction, and after teeth whitening, braces, and after teeth replacement, and the teeth jewelry, and after restoration. Omo ye ni nyina bi wo ho enti an entam na woni Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited and they tutu anamo na come branches no so one crime party me pacho ye Nungwambe lorry station obenya omo ho so na wo ye atomic down kwa benya runabout and so one crime here wonsa ebe come enti an entam we na no mo kodi nkomo Kumasi so ya Breport Junction of Bantama High Street. And after to teach money a magazine of Kenton Road, and after to go through the Omoben Central Police Station or Takrade Omoben Tadisco Junction, and then a flower opposite GC Bank, and then Tamale Tishigu opposite the office near the MTN, and then Atonsu a high school junction, our traffic light Nasi Honumwa, Gentleman Dental Clinic. Our number is 0598 731 823 0598 731 823 and as you said 055 913 9582 055 913 9582 and as you say 054 99 06588 Nina your numbers are offered Gentleman Dental Clinic was what one sabe combo Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited for Honor White I was in BF was in the Bejina Yepa pay our story and a holiday ya won't say uncle baby and you me with you who made me a pan now there a dross from Qua about compounds in a woman and to me with you pa na bibia to me koye about compounds in a woman a year Juma Yepa the any can also say a drum a tom away FDA for us on what all asasi awotwa wotimu say yes problem be anyhow in painful more in Mascon Estate Ghana Limited ina almost a main country sense as no matter so I didn't hear in term and your first May into Kwa Musabeka or ton full plots from 28,000 to 20,000 Ghana cedis and after so ton half plots from 14,000 Ghana cedis to 10,000 Ghana cedis. I didn't know what one plot of 20,000 Ghana cedis. Now what half plot of 10,000 Ghana cedis. I was Chopoli 10 minutes drive away from Air Central University and after 5 minutes drive away from Air Sagilema Affordable Housing. The one who said what to Air Sasepa. If you're in Mascon Estate Ghana Limited, and you may would do on to say yes. Reception in your back. In Penfom Wuhunina, bet you what I say. At the work from Yepa. Where your cash down, I would just assassino. And in the term and on in Penfom didn't come on. 0553 840 646 0553 840 646. And after say 0553 838 730. And after say 0209 155 437. 0209 155 437. I'm office in the way Spintex Road Community 18 Junction. I'm obey Allied Filling Station. I bank KFC restaurant network. When Sabeka in Mascom, views of Kessben 92.9 FM, and I feel so on Facebook, Kessben 92.9, and I feel so Kessben TV. When Sa Ebeka Wohono, but you're watching me live where Kessben TV. So watching my Kwaba about the holiday edition of Kessben marching, and I also which is here and with me www.kessbenonline.com. Now wa click 92.9 FM. Also over to me Ashemi and also over to me etimi ewo honom be to me akoye amo. I don't know you be say jumedi na say na fe share. Of course the Friday class ebetena say, and then the special day which is a May Day you be din komo ye pa topical issues within the week. They're going to touch on all matters na fe ye ko ye nim na fe he they ko any the air ben na yeah, here, Richard, I'm said, Major, me paper no, me hono munyi mam why, the other brand, and I feel yemfa aye jumedino and shase. But I've seen a story that is speaking to aye Koko on matters that I feel that say in painful and shy ebe hadwini ye. But now they say that cocoa buyers divert funds to purchase smuggled beans. Cocoa Board says, and it says that the Ghana Cocoa Board has accused some officials at licensed buying companies of using government funds to buy cheap beans smuggled from Ivory Coast. It is said this is depriving the local growers of income and threatening Ghana's reputation for quality cocoa. We semwa ababetoho, and this one is coming from Jake Kojo Semeha, Director of Special Services at Cocoa Board, who told Reuters that the practice had spread across 4 regions along the Ghana-Ivory Coast border, marking a reversal from earlier smuggling patterns when Ghanaian beans were trafficked into the Ivory Coast and Togo. So that is what is happening, and of course, if this is what is going to happen, and then paying for better as the current state of our power supply and also government measures to increase transmission and not a topical issue within the week. Now your forces say do and then the issue of the fight on Galamsey and then religion tag by setting people within the space. Now see and yes chief so we Galamsey na ye chua na say bia minia godin and na yachi na ni business sorry be na oko or see o meko assemblies then they boho Gordon asaribediakon member of Assemblies of God and yachi so oye your friends say illegal mining. Is this thing going to go well? And this is arising from the issues that has really transpired when it comes to Dr. Ewuzi, the issues of Kurezi, especially the Pentecost Church, your chief of staff, the emotions, when he was also doing a Thanksgiving service when his 60th birthday, and then Gold Board announces success in revenue generation over 909 million cedis. And then yesterday we also heard that the first tranche of Damai Gold Nina, almost over the Nina, to Gold Board. This is what is happening, and then of course we'll look into the South African phobic attacks, saying power and the air core. Yenyan Ghana binibia ho enka de bere momuno enkomo ho SSA di near head eko ene de bengina. Charles Makati, managing editor Emma the Hawk newspaper Atenase Southern Citizen ato Edazi, General Secretary ma GCPP, and then Kojo Yeboah, former youth organizer Yawaso West Wagon of the MPP, so Betinas, and then Gordon Asari Bediakon, the aspiring national director communications of the MPP, and also Atenase, and then Andy Kankan, managing editor Emma the Informer newspaper, and also Atenase in 17 bro. It is 7:52 in the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM and also Kessben TV. So on DSTV channel, it's channel 364, and then on Go TV, channel 121. But I'm going to say, or text messages and I so WhatsApp message and a patch of an inabra, making kind of so amount and ne and no pay and some other kind and a fafaho, making kind of I'm before me chamu and be about happy May Day.
Thank you.
We are ready at them Kakaka Gusua because I got answer me who watch it.
2 weeks ni.
Yeah.
Na producers and make us but one man met just a member.
Na bibi so baby have seen.
Who said the rook could run the money show.
Yes.
When the emergencies business and me sitting in for him.
Okay.
To the more fine chemi.
Okay. But I know who you there.
Oh, na me adum.
The who you pa.
We ba ko na ni sisi but is at ni.
Na ni sisi. O de ko ye dey. The rule so the sisi dey me one.
Any power prejudices be o titi. Any power prejudices be amentias.
Adey.
And I be cancel. Once I make us what they ko ye dey. Na wo sisi o ya I say o di bibia asa na ye.
Sometimes say na wo man your maso.
Meba.
Ebia no one page dey wo for. Ebia no on page insuo. Na one page na na aka. Ebia okuku kru bibia ni so ana ande anya za.
Na wuni anya prejudice.
Last week
ebia wakosa se bia so.
Me da say.
Na wo. Last week na wa ama. Na chema wunto ke busa me say na wo he. Na me kan. Straight away was na ni yirim yesen. I said, but business is here. I hear myself. And I'm saying, you're back. Was in an age for years and the meaning to see the city. And it's about and they yet I want to bed.
Oh, okay.
And then
happy birthday to Chairman.
But I'm coming to was what did 50 years.
Wow.
And then they were 50 years. And they were taught pay Benz be out the year ambulance. And that ambulance.
Benz.
Or the 12 ambulance car.
Okay. Benz and the ambulance.
And
the ambulance am why?
What they call Continental Government Hospital.
Oh, okay.
It's an obey donation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, what one crew.
Okay.
So I will crew more.
That's a problem.
Okay, fantastic.
It's in a man by mestre say.
Yeah.
A buying releasing at least. So imagine in the menu now. Or imagine the cars. Or imagine the Musa out to the accounts or so, including the Momo account.
Wow.
Okay. Mintibi that will be assay. In fact, the entire dear cry almost easy.
Wow.
Yet me tell me cast your boy. And it's me tell me cast your boy.
I entire any fan.
The entire dear me cast your boy. And it was 2 weeks a cast with me exaggerate.
Yeah.
Today, me in a court. Before back court, no according entire dear. To me take car no no Ghana must go back come yensa and a good car you would have someone really didn't know as a mental affair makoji. Oh, on my season in third year more than 150 pace. And Tadia no accommodative bonibing.
Wow. And
Tadia na ye. Ya in third year, mean Tadia, or quite back, but won't mean say. In tears also best knows or better. So the bed too. Nani Momo. The Momo account also. I don't want to be said. I mean say
for security reasons.
And the cannot want to mean
Sikabenya.
I say scan here.
That would have been Bobu says Sikabenya won't be used.
One would need we obey the see the exact.
Aminia. Yet there's hard to account so you don't have the access. Now who did this and who could discuss the CA 500 cities. Now the next minute you can say you 500 cities are. Who do you think they say I'm scanning the Bema the same note, a different note. That's one.
Want me use it because of margin. Tell me the same scans want me use it. Yes, as to what they did with it.
What do you mean? Oh, but what they say want me. Me so I mean
say want me.
Won so the tools wa now they no wa and na dey say krodo so agu wa e me kan kyen. What you say? It's mesre. Enipa mo de mo sa to na account so. Age ne cars ni kakra e bi obesani bi atu na 500 bi nso a ye no nso a etimu be so obeda didi.
Okay. It's tainted. All right. Yeah, say, but I say, says in Bible,
they believe it's tainted.
No, that the end a man.
No, if they believe it is tainted, you got it through certain.
They haven't put it anywhere.
No, see, if they believe,
that you can't believe it. Put it into right and that's a court.
By
court document.
How were they able to?
That's what they've just done. No. Look, see, they say you they are going round writing on people's wall. That way, confiscated. It's an investigation near that. Yes. Me, what court as well anymore. People should be careful. Okay. Be can fall victim to sign a man.
Okay. From what you are saying, is that education?
Yes.
Maybe I fine.
Masu Michel. Na me am fada ma kwenje do minjina the flag bearer of GCPP. For the 2020. But your team mass making. Na ntobo.
Coalition Ochia Maninchia so Ochia your general secretary my GCPP. Oh party name.
Who now your general secretary?
Oh party name.
Na auntie my former candidate.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay, the Maninchia we.
Me say the flag bearer of GCPP for 2024 elections.
I feel like that person. And the second.
You see. Open to Kwagwaro do. Oti1. The joy is that the Land Cruiser no. What me register the Land Cruiser no OT1.
OT1.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So on the last week. Last week.
Okay.
Car minim the column.
Okay.
Minim the number, but car was to be one car one. Susu. Eti me catch my cat say, can be a bit from me say Andia.
Okay.
Was it there be Andy or that one sorry in Temo? There's no way on the way to my abandon pay. Yeah, can
Sana chance
can. But produces I had. We produce a nipa bear me lubi. Adi can come any pitankoma.
Yeah, pitankoma.
So what you don't baby on a person my yard.
Papa, let's say a bomb him one.
Master, and I dread
pitankoma dear.
And I dread the
dear. Mate.
Oh,
Nana, Peter Oko. Miss who invite me a Meko.
Okay.
One invite me a murder a common program. Sorry, Temu.
Okay. Yeah, or see you to me, Mambo, but the Amaya.
It's a point of law saying. Yama, Master, what fat constituency hanging out.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
That's it. Is it brother or bad or me?
Yeah, quite. Yes, sir.
Na me kade Mijina name, Mijina the national executives.
Okay.
Na mama name Yama Ghana Funyina, Juma Funyina, in the Workers' Day.
Yeah.
Until we wish them all the best. Some power, someone won't call one soon. Kakra Wumsa was it Jrum Nakata, was it say Yamabino so once it's a wosuba.
Okay.
Ya bompe there a benzo onye ne jumana ejuma dudu winyi no good wash ejuma no onye juma na nka afisi say ye share na ye di made da ma na won ma woti fi nso work kan won ma wo ye workers ho.
Amen. Amen.
Na me fan check asema munuano na etiefu na ahwofo dudu a wo.
Nice one. Yeah, that's it.
Chase baba simpadu.
Yeah, Cobra. Chase be aboko there. Na boys bisa sa Kojo ye boy we me bisa o
Kojo nam suhu kwan so
onam suhu kwan so
emergency
okwa na oba oko
last week uja citizen man ye mechi pasa
wote
me hu me tie
say after na ko register o car no
na nye fe we were citizen ye ti hai u cross border are you now
Kessben 92.9
cross border yet Ghana ha oba wish amam for birthday ah get no FIFA Zimbabwe and Rwanda
Rwanda yes
Rwanda ni ba o wishing happy birthday wo Kessben TV obede enye na opezu boy akutia
Obi wish obi e si na bo akutia.
Boy akutia say ye ntu kwan ni bi dey go baby. Cuz we call cho chinchin o dia ba.
But I say Rwanda ni I mean o show DS because you DSTV. You DSTV 364. It o hu bibia.
Kwako Fafi Rwanda or the Ghana for.
I don't know.
Me say
Evidence wo.
Why
don't know? Onye radio mu ya no
TV. Ade na say boys yes
I don't know.
And na me Kenya. Me Kenya me hu ase boys be brave fita kwade ni ade ba on ba beware. E wo Kenya wo. Ghana for boys me hu abe 18 or 20.
Wow.
Ya mu free Ghana na ba Kenya.
I also kwa ede Kenya.
Oh me kwasa me nia. The go for to agusu anu no. Enti no you know almost akire din. Enti no I say Rwanda for the so mo ho djupa.
Na my wish chama to me a happy birthday.
Okay.
All right. 50 yeah. But say you sika e di ensa to sika nyina so na ultimate top Benz ambulance ko cha e say bibi wo ho. Ne ya hu no mo do mo nza to so no. E mo hu no do so. Benz and all can say nya bobo land yes bobo land Benz o say kese ni bi say Benz nso dey ni sika mu ai otumfo ana Benz ka mu otumfo and what to dey ko ya why bi da say yo ko for monsan hwehwem bi mo na mo fa monsan e bi aka
era say it's exactly 4 minutes into 8 a.m. yen chase na fi yendi enkomo me de minia citizen ebe chase amayani nti de call. Let's start with the power sector issues where the issues of John Jinapo ebe addressing the nation to tell us what the reasons were inti ama enyema ekosenia ekono, and then the minority also came in the next day, as in Wednesday morning, to also come tell us say enye insemna sebi John Jinapo ekano ene issue no we have a bigger issue than what it is happening, because Dumsono Eshasi way back before the 23rd of April in Sema ACC and Nusuntino Omo entry manakra, rather onumum NC form instead of doing the reshuffling and all that. The issues they've raised too many about it. But what is happening now is that yesterday you say, and as according to the minister, the 5th grade has been installed. President so echo honum, so 85% of the baby ashi na ya kosombono omo afixe amaye koye ni mo ankasa. We hoping say ometima fixing now back to 100%. But if it is fixed, would then be say Kanyano, Yibinyano, Siniano, no, and said, yeah, all these conspiracy theories that have really transpired within the week having to do with the power sector. You do come on, and then if you are near other matters on that 10 minutes on this one. Citizen, Meroba Shasi on this one.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Power and energy in some. This week, in fact, the whole of this week, that's what has occupied most of us. In Tiabia, and it will be a bit of a fatigue for me, but I'll try as much as possible now. Yeah, I should need that to Nakun. I de Ghana every 4 years, be a president, be a ward. Or there power and some more fairness a crack. They can want some. And I decided there, I mean, my kakra share, even from Kwame Nkrumah, na Brodwa, there has been those issues. The Biano idea or one BBC with Ghana yeah power and some. I'm don't know mama Kwame Nkrumah so I didn't want the akosombo dam issues. Na as a crime in the time I worry akosombo dam. One dream the population at that time. One dream the industries are na Ghana ya won kotin at that time. But o dream shekan mfanti pimoto dream shekan. Nto dream shekan. Oye no so o mema Ghana tum ton enyinam kane ama amana ahrowa wowo within the sub-region. Strangely, I the Ghana nkasa sisa ya kuye nyim na yenzi ye bimbo mrebenyechi. The kind of vision that we are supposed to have at this point in time, there were all the other innovations around the Numbom. It sometimes baffles me. Opening than Lati. Or started all electric cars. Na renewable energy won some Ghana han. Yet yes, or some kwa. Na papa ba some no ka. I remember so well in 2012. Mekatsina, one of the TV stations, GH1. And I remember when I was talking about Algeria and other northern African countries when they were tapping into solar and what Ghana can do with solar and other renewable energy sources. I mean, people thought that no, that is a ridiculous thought. In there, we have realized that that is the way we need to look at. Or in the man, every time we will continue to have this problem. Other countries, they have found ways that will generate power a bit cheaper. And there are other expensive options available. Into say the cheaper ones don't touch them, then they rely on the expensive ones. So that at any point in time there is power. We've gone the expensive route. We do not have a better buffer. Into say expensive route, now you depend on it is always bringing us costs or the cow the brain. In a year buffer now so now into every time say young generation you can't how to fuel the thermal plant. In a no you hydro no. In a year how can say the insuta your problem. Insuanta your problem. Because insuta cry yes insuna tododo into a day what could be a dam and then soon biko. So it means there as a man kasano there is a fundamental problem we need to deal with. Unfortunately, we have found excuses with Amayosam. It's in Nani watch their better managers of our electricity and power issues. And I was so surprised there Munianum say, since I want better managers of economy, we're better managers of the power situation. Then can KPD they also better managers of the economy. And the one can economy herself. What's the power? During their time, still there were power issues. That should tell you that the Mazen won't find yet NDs in MPP. The Mustang. Into the Bia Maakye. Ghana, first, what is our plan? What is our plan? Me and Shishomin, there was a plan that was developed in 2010, which is the Ghana, the National Energy Policy. And it was for about 50 or 70 years, National Energy Policy, February 2010. So if this policy, the problems are what realizing the challenges that was in the system are what outlining here. It is the same challenges we have today. The only thing that has changed, which I think they do on one day, at that time they were doing it. Now was Ghana, generation is about 2,000 megawatts. But in there we are saying we have about more than 5,000 megawatts, which means there in terms of generation capacity in the SBI account. So that one we're committing to the plan. But have we sustained our investment into the sector? It looks like investment already we don't sustain it. Into some of the changes, some of the machinery, some of the things already but if we want industrialization, the ejuma boboyi na more ejuma baba man kofenye biaya. This is not how we are supposed to treat our power sector. But unfortunately, it seems that is the way we are going with our energy sector. Into the real investment or onko. Metibi, do big no kade CCI ECG scar we tram on yada obotu wada bo brebi. And is it not sad that because of obini time sikasei bi another accordingly we will say though there's so much money we spend to ECG and they are not using it for the right things. Therefore we will cut money that is going to that sector. I think that we need better managers at these various institutions. It should not be subjected to sabotage issues and all those things. Me, I don't even want to feel there. Those are the things that we should be talking about now. Because if proper monitoring is going on, you will know if somebody touched the system. Yesterday, when the president went there, I said, this is an act of God. So the president says it's an act of God. Somebody is also saying it's a sabotage. I mean, there's inconsistency. And to me, I feel that once you say this machinery was obsolete, into Ebia, Yamano ideas, Ghana, we are so reactive. Problem is see before we react. Instead of being proactive, the machines in your lifespan. Most of the cables and transformers we have, we know the lifespan. But we will not plan to deal with those ones until BBC. And whenever I train the BBC, anytime we are going to solve those things, we spend more because it's an emergency. It's an emergency situation. So for me, I believe there. Enough of the politicization. What we need to do is let us find a way, a law to commit and put our hands on deck in sustaining the investment into the sector. When we do that, I feel that this subject, we'll talk about it today. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay. We'll talk about it next.
All right. May I say, citizen Atodazi and Amote Nenkano. Got it. I'm into on this energy matters, power sector, the issues that are coming in.
Now our one zoo for the cover of Manasa Hamo. Says the pythons be with Kumasina, Umufime transformer to transformer. No, or more many transformers and Kumas in light need to interfere. Say forestry, the bed, they will say wildlife. You for now, I bet you our one of the year.
Meaning, Metepa
Munia, your problem. Na excuses na aban ede ba no omuye kakra aban enteki Ghana for serious kakra ehu se 7 peduasa ya so no adwen kakra wo yitim ma me fan free transformers nemra me nyindi say transformers asem munia o man Ghana enye se eye asase baako en obi age en wadwi so en na wase wokudua koko it would dua koko no one day it is expected to say in 3 years time no at least ubenya 90% of koko na wodua ni nyina se ni nyina aso inti yesi aso ye kwati koko no me pa twu Ghana ha the transformers ni nyina ba Ghana one day and na in 10 years time wase ni nyina break it down na meaning Kojo the maker what you said there Ghana ha transformers wo man Ghana mu ya nsisi ni nyina one day and ya ka say ebia the maintenance no aso in 5 years it ni nyina say dundum kan nyina ne koye maintenance no eba transformer no ebi bad 1978 ebi bad 1950 say ebi bad 2000 ebi bad 2004 ebi bad eyeda ni nyina ka bo mu sen mejiri se yenyina baby yetitiye baby yenyina yetitiye no se yatena ho ache kakra 5 years ago na eho enso enye kese te se baby esi yetiye sisiye expansion aba etiemu biye no Kojo emu eho na eye kese no na load no eba na yakofa transform foforo e dia besi ho eti the transformer ba ko memi 5 years ago na transformer wo ho 5 years later all my eye expanded ye the foforo ba besi ye nche ho no mo say enketa for the other year wo say ni menu nyina time aso I don't believe it enya no kre enya no kure aban na ansa mo wa ne ho say woma NDC na Ashanti regional chairman of NDC etna Kumasi say one day was suspected say engineers bi a omo Kumasi and omo sabotage system no ye nti enkane ni dundum waka ye bear 3 in fact waka say wo frefren kofo krampu and engineers ni bi kasai bear 3 or 4 days later ye better say anwumre Felix Kwacho Fosu e dey atu ni Facebook wall say reshuffle bi akoso Ashanti region feeding into that ridiculous claim of sabotage. What we here was say yes say a grid could boss also no one also yes setting one step aside heads are rolling. You know, oh yes I didn't say purpose what you say and conformity na said that. Me want to say as my can obwa. And you no cray. You started there soon. This year you there soon kakanga crow. Yeah, I feel ko nyina na eye kese February March nyina edundum kese bebre na akosombo grade ko no substation no menu na ejantom last week ya na substation no ejatom ye no webe say 1000 megawatts ekoponye 1000 megawatts that's the optimum way you betimi produce but akosombo is not producing 1000 megawatts less than that. A generational deficit. Why the generational deficit? I don't know. Say sikasem minim. Say machines ni bi and ayaya kojo minim. But ultimately no, a generational deficit. I was a banning ehun baby cry. Sa deficit in every ba. Edu baby a match what baby say. Near what deficit of about 800 megawatts. Now it was a deficit now. What adding automatically no, it will lead to load shedding. Babani can crunch ye. Kodo for bear 1 month ni daily graphic publish low shedding timetable daily graphic moon. Oh yeah, as if we say I just say a trust a ye dumuso yaka jadu say e dumuso. What you dumuso e dey. Mako fi da mekania ya anso. Minim da e be du mekania at me hon man ye dumu ne ya so. Eno ano no. Mi hia energy minister we ka say dumuso na aba. Mi hia the minimum said mimi fie last week for 5 days. Also a condition say penny fi hu nyina say be she say you. Also a condition pa send a low voltage. It also I want to import warm ade. 5 days afena atimi abasoro by kakra bia anti bia kan na send dum. That is the reality you face.
And it's all transformer fix em no. Into aba both.
Me kojo opa met me jai kasa. Saka me 6 minutes me jai met me jai kasa. Neka se wo bie telephone lines for 6 minutes eh fa na Ghana obi an se fix a transformer ye buza
o ebi mo
me wo bi
me an kasa de me
na me wo bi eti boa me ye wo baby kwa ade ne wo
you say adenta they fix it
adenta he fa wo me nche because no na mo adenta the whole day wo mo nche ne ye hu because hwe that time na MPP ho na Dr. Matiboko prepare energy minister o ka se dum so buy Emma opportunity say dum sie Emma then opposition ye George Lapo because say dum sie kwa doesn't mean say ye dum dey sie say was ye DC abraye dum ade no on man different interpretation bi and adena ba beto no that time no near say ka so ho omo ye bi ye say pokuase substation near that omo ye bi me na me kan me so fa me hu say obi see me area we ye change transformer but enra me tie onabo kwachi aka the video no and me ne ya adwen ya hu bi me this was the first time I change transformer in Ghana. In fact to the be am issue so akwa santase se transformer no se na new site intina emu expand on be change no on be change transformer me kwatan sa be 4 hours ni ye hwe bi engineers e fro ko ba undo mo ye old one ye adwuma na new one no mo fix it omo fix new one we say pa no mo dum light bi be 1 hour na o ma atwe wires and cables nyina eja be sewe eno ano no ye no ye 24 hours eno ye 36 hours enya no kre something really is happening now aban munka no kre nche ye adenaba ebe isikasem because omuntimi ka isikasem no so because he say 1 liter bia no you tua 1 cedi per liter 1 gallon 4 cedis 50 pesos abani project last year say you try 1 cedi sa D levy dum so levy ni tua nkwa dia dum so mabiem because says the onbenye skada koto enema yihia dia so nkanea last who project is onbenya ba 6 billion Ghana cedis ewen this year onbenya ba 10 billion Ghana cedis skada wo yenfa ye ja petrol to ye ja diesel to bibia ye to eti aden ye dadum so num they should be frontal with us, honest with us, say na ekoso but me trust John Jina Apostle kind of crash. Men trust no. Me empa me boane se me ku fira me wakania. How they are going to manage it, I don't care. Because me light bill ka. Ade omo ye Ghana for enya wo. Ye ni light bill ka. Ye de ka 100 cedis a. Mo betwa light num. What you say? Enti ade assemble na asie. Obi e twa ne light bill. Masa edge extra. Kojo use car kese kakra na se bosome wo cheke tag yi na wo twa 1 cedi na wan hwe bo 1 cedi wo twa bi afase bi wo de fase 500 cedis 500 cedis in addition to light na wa consume na wo na so fase na so 1200 cedis a month on the average na se wo bosome no wo twa 1700 cedis for light bill yet you are not getting the light na assemble no eti omunka no kranche say baby ade no me say a generational issue as to why we have a generational deficit I don't know ebi mu say a ka say aban say nye ka omo me kan kire ye do gina poso say be woni mukasa o me kan kire ye.
Okay, all right. Gordon, any attending kind of Gordon Asari Bediako, aspiring national director, communications, the MPP, any attending kind of Mamenko, Andy can come managing editor, the Informer newspaper, na yentino on this matters when it comes to the energy.
Kojo, I'll use the opportunity to celebrate Ghanaian workers because Sunday Labor Day.
Yes.
And not only their level of salary, but hard conditions they are Ghana for intimidation, harassment, but and even the salary level no crying you say, but yes, still they are serving God and country. So on this day, we salute them. Tama lawyer Kasano, he made classical reference to some document. That is 2010. And I think it was a document prepared during the era of Dr. Otienji as the energy minister.
Okay.
I recall, sir, there was a gentleman, because one mommy permission, when Dr. Dufour was the finance director, they were going for some spring meetings. And it's our gentleman is an energy expert working with the World Bank. So, Omoko convincing us, come and help us. Until Obaya, together with Dr. Otieji, who also knows much about the energy sector, Omo prepares our document. What kind of document now? I think 2023. And then they went back to that document, do some review additions. And many I can say they identify depending on these hydro, it be the problem back. Thermal plants to generate power the cost associated with it. Because the hydro, you know what goes with the infrastructure. What deliberate efforts have we made to build infrastructure? And that's why they're buoying near by. And I think in that document, the solution way out was that let's look at the green transition. And at all fora globally, it came up. I mean, let's look at solar, the wind and whatever. So that many are kind, whilst there will be some expensive way of generating power now. We also make good use of the cheap ways to augment Nema in terms of to balance the economy in and so forth. Because it can edging. As we speak, I think that Gordon was talking about generational problem. See, when you are sincere with the good people of this country, they will come along with you. Governance requires that you are transparent, you are fair, and you are sincere. See, when you come and you think that, and you see, in this regard, both MPP and NDC, they are corporates. You know why NDC government currently, or the energy minister, will fight every tack, say, Ghana, we are back to doom so is that they've made this thing political football.
Why?
And no kind of come back.
Ufijachi
Andy can come here.
Okay. Ewa Asante Mante.
Okay. I was MPP NDC. Some critical sectors of the economy, no, politics.
Okay.
Energy, security, nina say for education, mwakopa poama nkrofo atro no mapase. That's by the way. Near me can say. The current government and the minister will do everything just to fight that tax. We are not back to doom so. Because then it means that, oh, we have failed. Adia, I accuse you the previous administration, Yantimian deliver. But what efforts have you made? Have you been deliberate? Have you been intentional in terms of infrastructure and as well? I recall, say, under the previous administration, some 50 megawatts of solar energy, Yendi in particular, to take care of some energy concerns through First Sky Energies, right? About $59 million, our Bui Power Authority, Omodebai. I think that, see, Saoba, you inherit Omoma Hanover note. So all those things are there. Projects are my year in order to stabilize the energy sector. So when you pick those things, I think you go to cabinet, then you make your case. You see, when you say it's because of transformer, me engineer, me technician, but we have people who are in that field, like Gordon Kanye. When you are changing transformer here, yes, temporarily, me say power no back off. We are, but nearby, sometimes fan, because of the power, the instability in us for a hydrogen. I would only urge, because only when you continue to play politics with everything, Ghana, and that is what MPP, NDC, Omoye, they be ombeye. I say, minority in parliament, so they've not paid the IPPs. It's about what? Inadequate fuel. They are owing IPPs and fuel suppliers to the tune of what? Over $700 million. Yes. Is that a situation? We are waiting. So more make your more accusation. And now I can say, oh, these are the costs. You don't have money to buy fuel to power the thermal plant. That is why. So it's about generation problem. So if it's about a generation problem, what have we done as a country? I recall, say, under Maakye Preko as energy minister, was that not why Omu movie plans be the call Kumase?
America, yeah.
America move could do your Nedina, sir.
Say, friends,
Akoye Kumase industrial power plant.
Okay, fine. Yes. So all is to augment
the energy. $5 million.
No problem. All is that Niamey can say omudi sa plant no coy.
Yeah.
So that ombe boost the energy we say mixing or you know what I'm saying. The issue is that as a country we must have a conversation. MPP, NDC, this issue of policies or and all kind. This document, nice document. Are they now more implemented? They must breathe life into those documents. Okay. They must breathe life into those documents. And now, if it is a generational problem, as you can anywhere, Massa, they must look for the money. Because you see, do you know what these issues would metamorphose into? Say, want me and so sa dum so yano because of generational issue. Never yet so intense. That is where the effect on the economy in the now you'll be looking for money, mopping up money from other sectors, critical sectors, they say this to go and solve doom so. So yes, I've heard our little brothers and sisters who are going to write exams complaining, say because of the light situation. And I think this will have a toll on them. I want us to have this national conversation. Okay. It is time we stop the blame game. Okay. Be sincere with them. Be honest with us. Say, oh, baby, I agree. Because when this Gridco, you see, Gridco nedi schedule bow. So time yes, some for you publish this leaked Doomsaw timetable, 6 hours. Almost no. But you see, that is what is happening. It's happening. So just tell Ghanaians so that they will be prepared. And in fact, I've spoken to a lot of people. I've heard discussions. Ghana for our friend to call into programs. Say they should tell them the truth. They should be sincere with them so that they will program themselves in terms of activities. Say, mini lighter, I know what to do. Okay. But you see, when we continue to play politics with this, because when I accept or I am sincere, honest, tell Ghanaians what the problems are, I mean, that will be, let me say, politically suicidal. I mean, why? We can't continue to play or insult the intelligence of Ghanaians. Okay. We know what is happening because Kojo Baby Auti, the volume of information about I mean, maybe a minister not Onibi. So I think that this issue of the energy sector, there are documents, and I will also say we should be looking at the other alternatives. Say it's a green transition. Yes. Ministry almost a green transition, and so the wind. Nina say for the waste it is even captured in this document. It's captured in the waste
producing energy.
Energy. So all these things, let's see how we can do. Not that we don't have the expertise. All right. And I'm see, I am just happy. Say even the minister announcing say everything. Akusombo BBI, you know, say I mean we have local technicians who have been able to solve the problem. But let's also take deliberate action. Say effort. Say. We invest in infrastructure. We must build infrastructure. Our energy sector problems we can solve it.
All right. But I say Andy can come and I will tell you, can Charles, I mean to you on these matters.
KPD me da se na kwenya. Ma men cha mpanifo abini o machia no pawe.
Na no chema mo sisi ya.
You want.
What's it?
Andy can come with the info.
Yes, and he's informing the public. Yes. Say UT1.
Na Machia, General Secretary of GCPP. Yeah. Domestication. Yeah. Things say, Emrasun say Ghana for Metro Mania Koshe. Sa domestication say Krishu say Tago say the tagline. Because as a Nia Kanyina no. Ehwan eko omusha ase ka bribe twemu yamfa ya adwanko ho ba na ya begie tum enti ufa ye mining sector na omusi ye indigenize no enti no se sinyandi no mo cha ase achi omusi kana ba no metimi akoye bia osi no ho no nso akoji concession.
How they are exposing him? Me who ni flag no. Flag na see. Flag na see OT1 so I'm saying wow.
The man has arrived.
He has arrived.
Me ba na macha sinagodo na okay. Ma wishing you well. So me send to kwa wo ku na ede. But ebeye.
Amen.
Ebeye.
Amen.
Say we the baby because kind of competence there anka ono bagana politics ayi yemfa competence yemfa service the no one say one immediate who can shout but they have forgotten say shouting has never made anybody's yam grow big in his farm.
Has not made somebody's
yam grow fat big in his yam. I see. But me there not as you na man catch senior and say one timi amwa me a manim pam aboafo kanyanko po ball no wa ball boafo yeah ya beto omomu ya di kanfu yi ranka o kwesi besi na o besi ne enko okwa na
nanka so wonsa nanka do ko wa checho kwan
wa timi anye wo betumi wo afide kesi zo wo besere me ka afide wura hwe you
Ebiko bibi ma.
Can you imagine what's happened?
Na Kojo ebo baby obia. Na Kojo ebo oni Charles. Baby amu
yes so ofie so show. Because Charles the old there or show pa. So ofie show sisi asema okay.
Can you imagine now what's happened cuz me ma ko register car OT1. Abra me by taxi na me do I.
And the one for motor.
Very good.
So share.
Me share him father.
Oh.
That no way na ma go share.
Oh massa.
Just add the name. Just add the name.
Okay.
The issue of Dumuso Aba, Dumuso Maye. Almost say Trifobu baby. Or see nyawo nintuma no. Anka debia ne gurasafo. Nza amugano. Ananya sa twino.
Eh sa ne kanu.
Ente ka MPP fo nko a kadibia na etisi si nya woni ntuma no onu nkwa na kadibia ye brasa asamaba mo mebɔ nkɔmɔ na yentie mo mebɔ nkuro mo kɔno mo baaye mo be fa fi mo gya no wo hi nyeza ɛna o mo baaye problem no mo abekriti na MPP be fire no energy sector card na 10 billion. Me boa.
Nanye 10 billion ding.
10 billion
Ding. Dollars or Ghana cedis.
Dollars, cedis. Me yen cedis ma, na FO. Say the dollar ni cedi no. Because 10 billion cedis. Mo kui. Nanu a mo kui. Na 70 billion.
Source ndi hin no.
Source why?
Of this information.
Wo kasa na mete ha.
There's all both figures in time you say no.
What that should be do so.
Say them ka obi ti o no ko the paper.
Me say you can check.
Me the minimum say NDC for 2017 no. Omuja 2.1 billion.
Now also figures we nya we.
Our budget statement. And na
which of the budget?
George na pona nkasa aka me read the story naturally.
Two bosses at 2.1
billion.
And I me say cedis, 10 billion cedis.
And about me say
their conversion.
So conversion to 10 billion there's fine.
Conversion no. Me say 10 billion cities. And na mo kono 2024.
Yeah.
Ene jam kwan. E jam kwan na 70 billion. Abuazi terminal plant. One in Dubai. NDC. Me boa. Car power one. NDC. Ameri. NDC, Sino Hydro, NDC, MPP, Bui, Ewa. Akoso Moye Nkruma. MPP didn't buy. That's Maakye Bui. Any Akufo-Addo Bui. Enti Akufo Bui. Akufo-Addo buy then obey. Ameria, Mama di buy no. Eno mo move Ameria no. Efi ba BC. Eno mudi akosi eno matu ne din Kumasi Industrial Power Plant ebo ho ka 35 million safo ye kadum so amu kabi mo track record ye den
with no gas supply
mo track record ye den Esla ye di mrate man ye di ati Esla me bo mo ba ye mo be collateralize Esla
with sunset clause
you collateralize extra. There you have the nerves to want to talk about energy sector problem. And now, your minister, energy minister John Dinapo, our catcher Ghana for so you're empathizing with the situation. Almost right. Or move some transformers. Mewa. And sana akoso mudi jai ebe tubu. And ministers acknowledge publicly, begging Ghanaians say, yenya butremom. In the past, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe or Katra yesi yemfa a timetable mra. Nazinandi way or shots then or make reference to graphic or publish timetable. Mewa. Or we as no Zako factory as if said let people know. Meanwhile, you have indicated studio has a graphic has been publishing. So where it come from the course say mama man for who now omuntimin planning. Are we being sincere? KPD. I don't think we are. We are not. Akos somebody see, President Akoho. Now no me ban so was it an act of God? Sana must work high. And you know, it can be act of God.
I think it's an opportunity to modernize the facility as a mess, you know.
But that is not an act of God. This is technical failure on the part of among for more. Act of God, you the never mention and define it. Say a earthquake, a flood, and a thunder
Something that is natural.
It's a natural occurrence,
disaster.
and you cannot foresee, you can't foretell. Wait, and then we studio ha, you will smoke detectors, you will flame detectors, you will heat detectors. In other cases, class and we be a kakra alarms. We have sirens. I draw attention to be BSC. Now what to me I and if you have a strategic, I need to say akosombo, now it miss over 4 hours. No more notification, you cannot tell me say yeah, act of God. Yeah, it can be an opportunity for see improve on the infrastructure. But the truth of the matter is that Nyankopon can't take responsibility for this thing. In see. Minority President. Don't Dinapon step it down. Now why who should come? No, who should be made the energy minister?
I want my option.
There
was no option.
John now what Pagana Fuato say, yem bear with them. No more fix the problem and be permanent no or no yem pamono no mu ya visa na po de minister no na po ye minister no o ka che Ghana for yem printing your timetable o mu ya visa the same act of we enokra ai tidal wave e buy no e far Southtown area on na po be ka say omu di omu she budget mu a obe demonstrating.
He said that.
You didn't hear that.
I'm asking, he said that.
You didn't hear that.
He said that.
And I'm asking you didn't hear that.
It's unfortunate.
So if that is captured in the budget, he will demonstrate against it.
On the basis that
They don't deserve it.
it's unfortunate.
Akosombo ya Zinaokai 2023. And then they have an act of man-made problem no nipa ne koso ye. Overflow no me boa. Omu biezu na e far the 3 ton constituencies no. And nipa 31,000 e displace here no. When Akufo-Addo when what did he say? Say can you voter anka won si ho. Because they don't vote for him. Nipa ne koso ye. Not a single person was touched. Yanyi CEO. Yanyi engineer mpodi. And you, these people who supervise that, you are coming to tell Obi say, now why that call is not justified. That call is baseless. That call any nine. What do I say? A buyer number case transformers or so almost a sananya no cre. Mo DH mo say they are not changing transformers. Akosombo almost see jatomu no enya no cresi jato akosombo. And based on that no wadada buying. We have example of a minister who resigning because he has misled the president. Me wa. But Jejako and now president of the national chairman. Me wa. On entity if Don Dinapo committee is the same thing now, then you can have basis to say based on say what misleading Ghanaians. And what misinforming Ghanaians into on fan eduman to form. But say light to cut off. Na ye doom so because akosombo ejatum transformers you see I heard that on this table ye nyina ya jetum say infrastructure na AG meboa
yeah
en hia say omo besesa ana hia
It must be replaced.
do big kasha say kasananka wakatre Ghana for say under me as CEO of ECG no Mr. San transformers 200. He should tell us his scorecard as a CEO of ECG. How many transformers did he change? Or replace how many transformers? It's that so drama crime anya dabre. Almost half for no kasa because they know say a man for my form with money be a week. The people who are supposed to spearhead the accountability crusade, you know, they are weak. And that is why the likes of Winmube Sanyo Mohu at TSU si Omube Kasache Chensemu.
Okay.
What is it? Ni abano ye nyina anka ye yo manya ye drink kwa ye nima. Ye drink kwa nkanya. Nkroma no ma be ye akosomo. Yes sir.
Yeah.
Into technology ba. And then, which one is the cheapest? Oshia solar. Ye were onshore. Luckily for us, no citizens in Mukrum, a puano no moda. Coastal areas we could use the onshore for the coastal areas. Near use solar no for the northern part of the country. Nanka ye aged infrastructure we na entimi enyema bebre no na a managing kakra. Sa na ye naekuye nim kakra. But there is a carpenter for no problem who problem bia said that need the hammer cease to kind because you tool like a hammer. So every problem we see it as a nail. They see a boss until near one in abetu and one you gusu ya be seen and I do. So we are not thinking. That is our problem.
About this energy thing. Okay, Gordon.
Na me pese me react to de me nua Charles kan no.
Yeah, quick one after me commercial break.
Me ne na me busa de o kan say napo kan no. Me busa will be close to napo. Was one kan sada.
E de hin na wo kan no.
So say obey demonstration team na omun deserve saade no.
O kan say
me busa say wo kan sa what the back one say one kan.
O kan say no busa what did he say?
No. Tie me busa de wo kan say wa kan. And was one kan sa.
Senior
Me, but
I will bring this video to you next week.
Yes, what the bad year?
Next week.
No, you're being in there. You're being in there. But God didn't see the Masemida.
No, me I am no. You see, and now,
when I will be sad,
and yan no cranso da. Yanko for nam. And na MPB by yan fafi anka ho. Yet the almost 1,700 megawatts. Me were foolish wa. Almost 1,700 megawatts. Me wa has is here. Opa ko commercial break ba ma me time na me mboni nyina. Almost 1,700 megawatts. Me wa list no wa ha. Eti mo bi enkotete baby mo bi fasade ni se wutirim. Se MPB ba ya mobra. Almost 1,700 megawatts we added. List no wa ha. Verifiable. Go to VRA, go to Gridco, go to FNC. Aboaze. Go and find ni nyina wa ha. Eti mo ke kasanse mo na me say we dey just go and return. We be listen about.
Yeah, quick one. Me commercial break about.
No government will come on add the BPR to the grid. They will do it. But the issue of these people calling for minority, also calling for the
head of
the minister. Now, instead of us solving the root cause.
Next president we because one reason. Yen put the nyafi. We end there.
You know what? Me old boy be busa Mrs. I say energy in sense. I say aban bi aba o mo person solving the problem at once. So I call it say the procurement who solve the problem once and for all. Who procurement. Is that what is playing out? Let's be intentional to solve this problem. There are more cheaper ways to solve this issue.
Okay. Kojo Misro before mama nyansa no wako. Hwe 2017.
Yeah.
AXA Energy 188 megawatts. AXA plus Asogli and a car power ship 603.
Asogli amodia.
Da binya ye do hwe I don't hear capacity you add.
Into more upgrade.
Yeah, until no Asogli yeah the beka ho 180 megawatts.
Okay.
Car power 235.
Okay.
AXA Energy also 188. We can boom 603. We call AXA Phase 2 any send power ewo pon eno ye 360 megawatts na MI energy okambo ma 490 TT2 Amanzi power Gensa energy eno ye 239 early power bui solar ye bui dam won dey bui solar ewo hono we ye no 2020 VRA solar na we back we chachadu no can nyina bom eno ye 162 VRA solar once again 79 who can you 1,648 megawatts and yeah add within 8 years. So right. What is he talking about? What do you mean by create? Said na do obi the generator bill we ase cap wash plan this for the buyer and before they created where we ase that you I didn't wo see our capacity no ho so you add on there's no point and in a reasonable say I dey wait till who were bucket
producer
okay
sir na pad na
Godin fair say Kojo
editor of ABC
Kojo tie Kojo who are there say yeah a bit ma fa say 1 liter but when man fa 1 liter no the container dey see ho and 0.5
yes
except me 0.5 so na 1 liter
yeah
adan hu be hia say me nkoto another barrel container that is why that's more sensible
okay
and when you say control be say twice now the be so all over it doesn't make sense
okay me kwa ba it is 854 now fe no ya twa so ya bad the next issue we're going to look at the NDC versus the Asofos and the issue of Julius Debra, the chief of staff, pleading on behalf of Dr. Wusi on the matters where it is going. You know, I know ISCA Pandrano, a lot of newscasts, a lot of infographics was going around. I mean, now detecting or telling you. So your chair branch way or your Pentecost in your way or your assemblies in what are they trying to send across? What is the party doing? The issues of the resetting agenda no and no and the baby do enkomo sisi am ba say any gentleman ending enkomo na fe member back na yembe to sisi ya
yemo akwa ba e de ba Genuine Dental Clinic aso ya sin hodwuma enkomo a yebedi efa tooth replacement ho se osia tu na wose yebo foforo e de hye ho ma nya hwe sunsu anso a se wosi tu no wan hye foforo a betimi e de abrɛwo dedi kan enipa esen enipa ni monyam ukọ nipa mu na wo kasa de yehwe wosen de ebo ama wotimi bidi wosen o kasa de ebo ama words bi o ha wotimi pronounce ye so wosen edidi dwumadi ahodo bebre ndi se esen etu a hu behia se obeba ne ahye foforo enso ho de ama wo so obi o ha ne se no na ba kusie ni ba kusie kire enya ade a ehye nkwan Genuine de etu en South Africa na mo bra ne nya esen foforo emfa nhye ho so emfa ma wo afen so nipa osimo wanuma eboa ema obon no ekipi in good shape so we sit to no one replacement sa side of the bone ebetimi atum amana yi anase ebetimi ebuogum se na ya yeta aka no amana yi maintenance masa ha no ento to anamon ba se esena atu no ye hye foforo e wo ho mfamo esena oba ye omu ahodo bebre ye wo esena ba ko e hye wa obetimi yi wa de e wa hohoro ho no wasan hye na de ba ko wa bonten se nipa do na agiri se de wo hye obetimi yi no ntimi fa didi enye sa na tie ye ma wa obetimi de didi obetimi de akasa obetimi adwumadi ahodo bia wodidi bia no ye omu ahodo mienu ye wo flexible one ye ta fa ne back plus no e na afa ye wo acrylic e na afa ye wo de hye wa untini emfa wonsa nka bi ma na se untu bi eno so fixed prosthesis eno so tu ana mo ba Genuine Dental Clinic ye be ye enso de amount ye omu ahodo mienu ye wo PFM ana se porcelain fused to metal and our fancy or back on so a FN implant and maintenance fee to an amount by Genuine say we see no to one their Genuine Dental Clinic ye be wow near restore or smile on back to send the night so her Genuine Dental Clinic cheap when ye ya fine cry Ghana have fine Genuine Dental Clinic or here or Accra Genuine Dental Clinic 2 branches or Accra the first one Nungwa right after Nungwa Senior High School we do any check Antamanto no unsaben so pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch or any NDC office no anase Italian pub ene dia nimhwe ewo Nungwa afen so atomic down do me kwabenya run about we do any check taifa no unsaben so pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch ba so ha ye di edwumadi wo ho afen so Santiman Tamu Kumase o here Abepo Junction total filling station no echi wo pay we do any HG no unsani fa so pay ye ne Methodist school na wa Abepo Junction no ene di animhwe afen so Kumase ho here Atonsu High School Junction traffic light na se wa pe Genuine Dental Clinic bank ba go so e wo ha ye di edwumadi e wo ho Kofodo aso ho Genuine Dental Clinic a ye Central Police Station no enche mu ho apɛ ye Central Market no e di enhwɛ a ye di edwumadi ho abonsan na wo Central Police Station nche ho na takra den so ho Genuine Dental Clinic ye branch na pipe and no traffic light Tadisco Junction ho a enka ne baby na GM Bank e wo no sa abonsan ko na mu na Genuine Dental Clinic ye wo a ye di edwumadi afla wo so Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Ecobank Story Building na mu Story Building na Ecobank e wo ase no esoro pɛ na wo Genuine da obehu ye e wo afla wo afeodu ani kochiem e wo techima no so abono mantemu Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Maakye Road enkom hotel achiwa pɛ ni AY Ahmed e di anhwe e wo techima afenso ese mantemu so ye wo Tamale Genuine Dental Clinic branch no e wo Tamale Tishigu yani post office no ene di anhwe anase adjacent the MTN main office na ye di adwumadi e wo honom Tigana hafa na nyina de Genuine branches no afeti Ghana ha nyina utu anamon ba ye behwew ne aboa na osewe na okasa so akoyi e di amaw se wo hwe TV na se a ye numbers ni egu ase no betima frɛ Genuine Dental Clinic e wo sa homa to frɛ so 054-990-6588 Ofra doctor ebeje wo so se inquiries no make ebeje wo so ne aboa na so sewe na okasa so akoyi di amaw Genuine, it's time for you to smile again.
Mera say 58 minutes into 8 a.m. What I saw share what Kessben TV so Kessben matching and the Ebron and Penfo Atena say ye di enkomo Charles McCarthy managing editor Emma the Hawk newspaper and official citizen of all Atudas is general secretary of the GCPP and official Gordon Asari Bedia aspiring national director communication Emma the MPP and official Andy Kanka managing editor Emma the Informer newspaper and ye di enkomo no many Gordon here regarding these issues of Julius Deborah, the crying Dr. Ewuzi with the churches and the Galamsey illegal mining that is really happening. But this one says, good morning, my able host. I feel ashamed as a Ghanaian that our politicians cannot make effective use of technology to tackle doom so drastically. The canker is not about propaganda or not only there or they buy, and this one is Kwame Acidity from Ahafu. He says, good morning. Let me dedicate this Workers' Day to Owusu Nkrumah Abebio, incoming Ahafu regional chairman of the NDC. Our dedication and the commitment continue to drive Ahafu region to meaningful impact. Happy Workers' Day to all. Also, Nadia or the buy and no. And then okay, I will read this one later on. Now, I heard the call and the but let me shift straight to Gordon. Me say what in our training now. So the issues that have really transpired with churches, Pentecost, especially what Julius Deborah did on the 60th birthday at the church, and I've in summer air courses here. And me sure say now so, and I think 2 days or just yesterday was really, pushing very well the issues of where people are tagging Afe, sorry for money and all that. The legal mining issues in Inano. Anyone come on Afe, we have 40 minutes to finish, so 10, and then we'll be done.
Now, me who sorry say we are sorry for we.
Yes. Me
na make say a social media joke to
exactly.
Be I don't expect to say that thing will find its way into mainstream media because for me a ridiculous. For me a ridiculous. Share my memory example be. Obo kompo ase be producer or born a crown no that answer local join sorry. Well, or your crown £4. No, quite sorry, be a few way in the 12 day don't we giant a quasser for 4 or quite be a last month here and ya quachino, Yakobos also needy. It doesn't make sense. Yes, I did and say, who mammy. Say, Obia ye bibi, not sorry, ding, said not sorry, and I go put a bush with the not sorry, a year ding. I saw in the panel, or born ma, or walk quasser once a year. As we also are sorry, as we be our kundi. Obis quasser de bia, as we would me. As well, Galamsey, as well, dear, it's no dear. I don't be outside your team, no. When your name is no, you that be a wound here. I saw you could who feel keke. My what I say. Now, Busso Bia was a no boss will be near pay. How do you even verify? How do you verify? Say, in fact, I saw it was walk on. Yet, now I saw a friend say, or man, I saw the mandate. Say, what do people are sorry? And it's all Bokron, check the or Bokron, we hold the church responsible. Minimum more side, a responsible. Omunyai. Dr. Mary Ewusi. me disappointed e woni pa bebre mu na a surprise me say afen enkofu ahu say maame no udidi atem okasa by heart. She's very, very uncultured and ill-mannered. Yes, ill-mannered.
Are these not personal attacks on the woman?
That's how any general commentary I'm running. I'm talking about her attitude. Umbuadi umunipa. Na waye bebre atoto aso saa. Edidi nipa temu saa. Obi enka na hwe. Run out to election. O tim bia na ka je so ohwe dotaba me animu a. Also one way researcher. That's how she calls herself. Say what was here research for the Michelle the mannerism in me or autistic a you wouldn't. What me catch us as which will be. Assume me without admitting any packrompona were ye medically declared autistic. You don't go out and call the person like that. In fact, first no, and now will be a Nenaya ya and I said, "Dear, also near see a boomudin." And the beer air banocrano, yes, sano. Yes, he and Candice help him, and the beer banity, yes, sano. Now, who will be when you be near? Or be when you be PhD holder. Had just some about me, former second lady. On can was him. You go on radio, television, catch it or Yonko Bar say, or a dangerous woman. Now we are then. If you catch it, now we catch it, we be for I know we can. Obi can send big count it obe they say obi mame obi nuaba former second lady can you say you dangerous. What do you mean by that? Obi an can if you until say wo ye ya be di apostle na me chat him afa ne yen central fi ko bi gwampo na o mati atenye we o ban kasa da all of a sudden because o mo ko Pentecost nti afa no bu afu they went to attack the woman na me say monhwe etwa yonko ho etuaduam hwe me kuta story bi wa say we a Jubilee House website. Mahama unveils landmark code of conduct for appointees. 6th May 2025. Na mamenye ikakwaka wase intro no wase President John Dramani Mahama has launched a comprehensive code of conduct and ethics for all political appointees, marking a significant step toward enhanced transparency, accountability, and ethical governance. Na watoto aso na mamenhwe baby was saying the code of conduct is based on core principles intended to promote a new political culture grounded in transparency, humility, and ethical leadership. Key provisions include requirements that all political appointees: 1. Serve the public with integrity and impartiality. 2. Place the national interest above personal interest. 3. Avoid misuse of office or state resources. 4. Declare and manage any potential conflicts of interest. 5. Eschew opulence and be accountable for the use of public funds. And then 6. Demonstrate humility in service, measured language, and respect for citizens. Last point in the one I said no. Measured language, respect for citizens. Mami kasa wakanyi completely no. She has fallen foul of her dealing. Sir President Mahama code of conduct no so no wodidi no so no mpo disumpo a mami se nkoyi nedi. Enya me. Ono ade waka the standard ya stick no ene ye de mark per ade we the woman has fallen foul. Eda no mo launch here no chief of staff ankasa e kasa wo so ono die ade we mo de aben wa emrani bedu bia no obeyi wadi na woyi wadi na waka che President Mahama beka say oh Julius assign no kwa de mintimi nya ho hwe waka yo afi enei maame na ye saa de wi na Julius assign a wan assign wakosu obaba ko pedi enko
Kessben 92.9
and what did you be atema emre de wonkwa say oso chemra na entimi encho enya constitution mu eye code of conduct President Mahama emotena ase twroe na beka bibia maame ne san be pa achew in fact dan yetiti say Jubilee House won pa achew was one penny for several hours or when she agreed monko apology be or the buy conditional clauses, conditional day, and if some my baby, and if some kwa, which means the mamino just say, when you to say why you bonnet. In fact, a dana chief of staff, it didn't pay the Sako Siadano. And yet, did young one was a mammy, President Quas or one could be no room how president to her, vice president to her, chief of staff himself. A lot of government appointees are or more sorry, or even incredible for Kubi. Ya or more kind or Mukubi. One cock because I dare or year no more four so no ma or year or be patch or no. She didn't believe in it. It's papa and Kwawina, he's over quas or the war, or who's a apostle Namiche, and it's not Sir President Mahama, code of conduct, no, so I shouldn't want to be 5 years, will be answered, no. Ghana, your constitution cast will be the do be at a moi, young permanent infringement, because this is an cancer. But one now person not chest higher, and what was idea, it is a want to be in this with the and all the baby day. Media mentioning and come myself, so Galamsi. Minia,
yes.
And read this week, whose story be about one, they say, as if mining company Adamus. Amma Kofi Bua. So no another crime master is said the BC and obesity about say want to meet a galamsi no so soon. Amakofi Bua. What the office was so quiet galamsi want to mean so and this week Adamus abab a yabab what he say. Or mine say Adamus Mining Company a galamsi. And intino or maji or my revoku listen. Minia say yes can you good and your bad news so send Kabani that responsible. First one they say, Emra eso mudis no money so. Mining and Minerals Act no. Extra say, opiye bibisa man 120 days. No found correcting in man. Or man 120 days no. But question is Eminia. Galamsey air course across the country. Ama Kofi Bua won win. Galamsey who ko Kumasi a walk left and right. And then my dear Galamsey and then world des bebre won o my ganemu. Ade obokubu twama no mo boss ade na o de rain so no na atweam say world des bebre along the street of Kumasi last na me ko boase Kojo biamu sheme me busa me ho say it between Santasi and Anyan Kwanta ade o mo ye kwan ho anu no e kwan no ho world des wo nyina ade o mo ye so mo bobo ade no osi no omo bone kese bi sei no mo de a fight anwan ni sei na asone so de mo ya ye hu Sagalamse ni say Amakofi Bua enkoko enye Adamus
say nyinem kwa no so
enyinem so si no enyinem kwa no e wo left and right ye no de wantimi fight wonwani krom hono ma Galamse ekoso wantimi fight na Adamus en watu ani esi omo say omakwa Galamse minua
okay
obekaya oboase AGC ana Anglo Gold so kai se na nkofo bitimi emranche bitimi bowura omo concession so ekwa Galamsey a enye management ene dia ma wo mo eye ya ma otufo pobom ma otufo ka che omo say at this otufo even went out of his way e ka say omuntwa asase ni bi e man nkofo no mo fanya Galamsey otufo ka asase mu no entokwa ba ya ma brand e fe say omo corporate affairs ne fe nkwa ma wusu asase omo kun no eti e possible say nkofo beta kwa Galamsey e wo obi list obi assassin so abranyo na amano sa authorization as how possible say some of these money companies now they also engage in Galamsey what I say it will come once a man no waka but there cause we President Mahama no wan say wonim wo ye Galamsey e wona bam hwan ya che no Attorney General e be press conference ne colorful suit no we be press conference e bo Joseph Yamidin say yo konche no what e kosi say a boy I first say ya Abanga Yakubu National Vice Chairman of NDC Ekosi say
all right
it's what are they telling us
okay but I say Gordon and I'm telling Kano so no so at the end of the day at one season I mean to you on this call the two issues Galamsey and Julius Debre's cry
now between 2017 na 2024 na God know why
no krome on two kwan o here
hey see sometimes I've listened to Gordon several times and sometimes when I listen to him he he comes close to let us make things work for everybody. But Anapezi, I think, has been extreme in terms of very partisan. Me baby or put out that neko.
There he no. I know the he fan no. Time no.
Oh, you know there. So I don't put in because obi a ye din on obi start to pet.
Na me can me dia ho. Me can obi asem. Me kasa me ko me obi use me am dia na maka.
Okay.
But who be kana wan kan wo die. Now you want to deal with me miss with dia. I'll come in. It won't tell me.
Oh, into a better.
Aha.
Says into asmame.
You see? Miss Moha Haninwa utuma kansampa na
pede. Eti mama ni ye. That be Maria we say asem ni galam say asem ni. Say ene mama ha. E dey na ko beka won kan no.
Obeka.
Hey, na Maria we see kra asem wo kan obebi say e kan wa ha. Now wa it's a hard menga kan it's a hard me kan we na respond.
Okay.
Miss Maha when you an pay kase. In the God man we hu do obo ase kwando. Eyi what is our bobo champagne. Independent God no ka the way hu. Independent way hu the galam say kokuma so kwan ya where your galam say left right center. Independent God way hu. Into abesha how wa hye ni polo fine wa chiche the pampe. Ogbe ni he o dem.
Oh my goodness.
Hey. You see when we do this on to normal so be what government on pedo obeka some Miss Morty. It's the President Mahama Waja to me that some of his people are involved. In your time, you will never accept. It's because of stuff like this. Because I accept you or channel about down one about that by your politics to score political points. We are not being honest and truthful enough. Our time, name one more galam say. Otahai onyim one ma during the attendance no way galam say. Eka eko to 24 mpodo 24 say e won twa asase no man kofun fanya galam say. Otumfo dem no kan. God ntaha osi otikoko so. Osi won twa asase no ma boys won fanya galam say. Hey. Ni nyina rekan ndo. Ma yarete one ma want importi bi kan. Ende aka ase aka kan de Dr. Mary Wusi wa aka ka de opinion oye me friend poden ke mesi da masemedo obi ntida emi da masemo ken ka mentida ba ase e besidu wa ha asema nko onye de woka na momo ya mu internal elections nsema mo keka kira mo on seen them. Have you condemned those people who said a lot of bad things during your internal elections? The way we be mu adwim nazi na them otics ga asemi you people said it among yourselves. Sometimes so big can't be known, yeah. Let's hit on those things and generalize it. Or the man there can't never obi na ko bi no china obi so ba shase that can against our. Ya manyosam makati kebi. There amanyosam aye wo Ghana hano. Unfortunately, we don't reward competence. We don't reward people who are honest. We don't reward people who are hardworking. We don't reward people who are selfless. We rather reward people who insult, who are dishonest. Go and hit him hard. Until they you training for communicators. If we are hitting, until they hitting hard. That is what we reward. Into all kind of hitting, young no we are record. No we try not that send, not that consequence. Or he to be an appointment. That is what we are interested in. Is that how we want our politics to be? No. So let's generalize it and talk about things that ills are yari onboye kebi mamin kebi. Into be why you know why you yonder de be saha or your ill mannered or your or your researcher hey. We've seen it in your Mokwame Nkrumah Mboka no ya bufaba. Eh? all these sometimes in where is it be a car aya otradono. I think we should be careful. There's the trending thing these days is about religion and about tribalism. Religion and tribalism. In the two mekade eyi Ghana or yebi mu wozi eyi or yeyi mu wozi eyi mu na wo pound the wakasa. Some of these things we should not be entertaining it. And when people do it and the people are in our camper, we should single them out and name and shame them. Dr. Mary will say asama okay. Me mpede ma be chechim. Na mi ma be kade oye ano onye. I think the overboard ye nyina ye hu de kasa bi wo wa. We should be careful how we say it because owo nsunsando. Inti ye kasa na ye ka kire obia including Dr. Mary Ewuside. Yesren. Sometimes asembi wo wa oye bufo ya tete inya baka. By Shemis Mebeka. Yentumunka.
Kessben 92.9.
And that's where I will agree with God on there. We should not colorize it. There you are your sofu, your Pentecost, your Church of Christ, your them. And that's why I always say that you're NDC and your MPP. We know that things people are doing are wrong. But we are not bold and honest enough to confront them. You had by yourself into academy, no man, sir. A more 400,000 members, a more 4 million members into Obolus election, into Impano Sebi or Yabona, Ubiarenka. Menkada, some more can be a bonimbi. But America, sometimes we should connect and fight something that is wrong.
Okay.
Mama yem fam yo semi in free. Emidamu obi a watching was or Pentecost all do say masa or needless. Yimpano punish the person for whatever they are doing. But the biggest call we need to make that as Christians, I mean me a Christian, make a Church of Christ. If you have a Church of Christ, you fellowship was in Aquinas. If you have Morocco. Mama is trying there. As sir, are we doing enough to correct the ills in society? And our sorry, yeah, shining example enough. Then my ye obi botu mu ahweyen wakade. Ona ma yenti. Ma me bona amre yen region. As churches, we should be able to change society. If yeah asorumba my year sins are a bimuriya, then we have lost it. We are the salt of the world. We seem to have lost our saltness. And we've gotten some untouchables in society. Into a simple wa yerka yentumi yenkaniye. Mama saying there. What's obifum kuma yemfumu ndwa ana sekaya sofo ya meche kofa panicho. Na I was also a bit surprised. If you any response what's such people? Wow, it was deep.
Yeah. Citizen, after that, this one says, good morning, my able host. The reality is that Ghanaians were not happy with the devastating Galamsey canker under the MPP. That is why they were voted out. Hence, the NDC should humbly listen to the MPP communicator and act accordingly. Ruthman from Tepa and not the way by. And this one says, Massa, Ghanaians are too hypocritical, too much. Massa, that the woman said wasn't wrong in any way. It was very true that when chairman was talking, you can clearly see he's talking from political point of view. So what the woman said, there was nothing bad in her statement. Let's be real to ourselves. Small Oppo man vibration at Tebubu and the way by. This one says, I am Isaac Ampon, reaching you from Boma in the Tano North District. This MPP Mandero is still making propaganda as usual. Okay, Abodero Dima is will be head Nasema Babeto. My brother,
it didn't want the team. No, say we're prejudiced. We're prejudiced. It was family. Our time the rule. We're prejudiced. That's why he or family say me the rule.
It's time to stop Galamsey issue on your TV station. Come to window a town sharing boundary with Apramdo Barracks. Galamsey is seriously going on. Security zone. We don't fear God, but we will meet him very soon. Seman Takrade and Ode we buy. Yeah. Andy, I mean to you on this matter.
Citizen Casano. Now two for us.
Yes.
Mr. Debbie, see submit here. Me tell me casem. Now challenge it. Now I have to prove it.
Okay, but you meet you.
Okay. I say Anglo Gold offered Obuasem mine to me at $1 Utumfo. Ghana Web. Dated Wednesday 23rd January 2019. Now, what can I say? One person relevant for a quotation was saying the managers of Anglo Gold Ashanti offered to sell the entire mine to me for $1. They said they will close the mine and hand over the keys to me for just $1. But I begged them not to shut it down. I even proposed that a piece of land be given to the illegal miners so that they do not encroach on the concession of Anglo Gold Ashanti. We did all that, but it did not work.
Okay, all right.
As I may say, he even went out of his way because ordinarily one was animal so. But now a Drew baby he thought that could work. What I say, that's what he did. Until no video, that's the story. 2019, a brand and the call ya could be Anglo Gold Ashanti, not a guno. I guess I may try to try to be so.
Okay,
I mean, that's not my industry.
All right, better say.
Andy, I don't know when it comes to
into the mighty interrogate. As some are God and work is the same as what he said.
Also, can be before I proceed.
Proceed.
Okay,
thank you. Mr. Challenge me or Namaka.
It you do yes.
Start my presentation by quoting the Vice President of the Pediatric Society of Ghana, Dr. Emmanuel Upon. Also, the problem with Galamsey is that it is serious and it is causing health issues for children. And we would be very unwise to wait for robust scientific research to appreciate what it has done to this country and our future. If you take 100 women who come to deliver and the babies have congenital abnormalities, 6 or 7 out of 10 are coming from communities that we know are ridden with Galamsey. Kojo, see,
yes, sir.
I don't need a soothsayer. That is why some months ago, I respectfully, in my opinion, disagreed with the president when he said that until he gets some national security briefing stating otherwise, or contrary to he will not declare a targeted state of emergency, right? The president has also said that, yes, I made that bold admission, sir. As for Galamsey, both to political class, they are deeply involved. Sir, Aban Chenjia, MPP for now beba, see party Baku beba, so oh, we send a so we had this concession. Mumrana to get small. I mean, that is his words. Because the bottom line is that Galamsey is an essential threat. And this morning, like Gordon said, see, I mean,
Kessben 92.9.
People are doing it brazenly on the shoulders of the road. Highways, they are doing it. And you ask yourself whether, I mean, the duty bearers are not there. I.e., the police that we said, say, oh, with this renewed fight to clamp down on these Galamsey activities, no, whether they are not concerned. I think, sir, as a country, we must have that will. That is why I was so disappointed in Anado when he came to power and said that I'm prepared to put my presidency on the line. there was this coalition, Galamsey, anti-coalition, the media. We were all involved. We came on board to support, say, no, let's fight this thing head on. This canker must not continue. It's about the future of this country. When even members of his government, allegation by investigate even before the report could be ready, were claim Crawford. So what are you talking about? So you see the lack of political will.
That won him the tag of a clearing agent.
The lack of political will to confront this thing. So this morning on your network, I will support what people said in time past. Shoot to kill, because those involved in this illegal mining are mass murderers. In fact, they are engaged in mass murder because of their inordinate desire just to make money. They are making money at the expense of our health and everything. And we must allow this thing to continue. We can't identify these people and just eradicate them. Because look at what is happening. One, our water bodies are under threat, the environment as well. And born babies, per research. Today, many will say control rena yetimi ko afichire ko I mean absolutely. Are you shocked that even when you go to OT region, the last time myself and my brother we were looking at the report to Galamsey OT region, but their plants, their crops, they are being affected. So my issue is that we should identify the people. You see, if we have to go and come out with some legislation because you say human rights, for you know what I'm saying. But the point is that they are engaged in mass murder. Listen, let's do it. To hell with everybody. Let's get our money so the rest of us can die. So let's kill them. It happened in Bolivia. So what are we talking about? Today, go and check. Can you go to China and engage in illegal mining? You can't do that in their water bodies. It won't happen. Kojo, we cannot stop mining. We cannot stop mining. We must be responsible the way we mine. That is why you see, when these big companies are giving concession, there was this program that MC and Danana Akufo-Addo say community there. NDC government here, current government by here, Musako fine tuning here, Omokwako here, commission, and not launching now, Yanti Asempano. Fine. You see, the issue is that not that those community folks are not interested or are not willing to come together, but how those concessions will be given to them is another thing. The political class and the hawks will take it. So the community now, to put body and soul together, will not be given that opportunity to do that. But as for Galamsey, listen, as a country, we must be serious.
Okay.
How to confront this canker. Otherwise, yes, we will do it as usual, politics and blah, blah, blah. So, Mr. President, on one admit said people within government are doing. We know the political class. Because Mimiska, Midiko Koto Skavita.
Dabi.
Mimoska, and Kaminia Charles McCarthy, and Kamape Ska Mano. You understand?
UT1.
Oh, and Makacha said, Madame, Mepeka, Mary Star UT1. Amano. You understand?
Yes.
So, no one will say, Bomb Subose, and that's the So, you see, Galamsey is not an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, we treat people with this globe. Okay. But you see, on the issue of the Pentecost issue, 9 months is that the standard operating procedure? I think it's just a big fat no. We shouldn't do that. Or as for crime, it has no expiry date, it has no political color. Crime is crime. Crime. And I've always said it. So we mean you have the opportunity to serve in government now. Evidence for what? Because you see, we are member for. It's simple. So this issue of the Pentecost elder, you see, is that a standard operating procedure? Is that the way they are going to go going forward? That when you go in those targeted operation, now mukochi nkrophobia or saita, you are going to ask them, we are Mirani and now we no, they shouldn't do that. Okay. We shouldn't play politics with this. As for Dr. Mary Usi,
yes,
you see, Mr. Onwa Munyano, Munyano na So onu feel say near waka no eya. Amasa onu ara jejeje ba chief of staff na onu ni 60th birthday na usuno. Is he going to cry for on behalf of all appointees who go misconducting themselves? No. He should just be recommending to the president. The president, based on your own code of conduct, this woman should exit. You understand? He should exit. But I think that politically it's not good for him. It's not good for him. And you see the articles being written, say, oh, your cry, no, is because of your political ambition, whether some sympathy. No. Julius.
Okay. All right.
What you should be doing is that recommending for people to be dealt with when they misbehave. What do you say?
Okay.
And,
all right.
And Galamsey, we shouldn't treat Galamsey with kids' gloves saying for involved. We should shoot and kill them. Shoot to kill.
All right.
But I say we go that hard route.
All right. But I say it's 9:33 in the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM and I face so Kessben TV. Charles, for you on these matters in Afi Yanko.
Medase. Yes, meti had an esi me hwano. Because me ko ka say Dr. Maakye Opoku Prempeh. Eka say ye allocation, budgetary allocation, Emma tidal wave before now, or no be lead demonstration, and that they don't deserve it. Because God didn't say what bisa obi, I'll be napo, ni panesenya no crack. But one kanya napo kanye. We a Joy FM report, myjoyonline.com. The story was posted on the 6th of December 2021 at 3 minutes past 9 p.m. Now, my main media producer, if they would do me the privilege of showing it for people, so he said, in an interview on Asempa FM last week, the Manhyia South MP, popularly known as Napo, who also doubles as the energy minister, indicated there is no need for government to make allocation for victims of the Keta tidal waves in the 2022 budget. According to him, his constituents have experienced similar ordeals where no intervention was rolled out for them, and therefore he sees no reason why the finance minister should cater for the Keta tidal waves in his budget. Dr. Opoku Prempeh further intimated that he doesn't understand why the opposition NDC will be advocating for government to include their stronghold into government budget estimate. How can you, the opposition, tell me, this is quotation, how can you, the opposition, tell me that I should include funding for construction of Keta Sea defense in the budget? Was there budgetary allocation for Kumasi flooding? Question will be, sir. If finance minister includes it, I will also lead the Kumasi residents to demonstrate. Dr. Opoku Prempeh filmed. We Okano was part. Let me come in the video, bro. I didn't lie. He said it. NPP promoted him instead. They didn't change him as energy minister. He was elevated and made number 2 of the MPP, running mate. Sa for na no mo kasa yempando njinapono. No munya no mo support we. They supported him with their funds. Na yo mo de. Did Njinapo say something close to this? Don Njinapo wa can be closer to this ana. Obe pacho. No, the Ghana force should bear with us, and that this is temporal and yet permanent. Ono no mo se yempamono. Majai we are to her on the issue of Galamsey. At least you know me, my position. Galamsey no yentimi nkunti ane, yentimi nkunti ochena, and we can never fight it. Ya yekati ya tu so ne ye nibi. Angaye nyina so yebe yebi. Because it's the shortest way of making money. And Ghana ha uwiska obenya manfo amakasa ma. If you have money, you get people to defend you. And now, people are realigning. Or more aligning, among for realigning in both political parties. the people funding them are minors, and if you like, galamseyers. Those struggling to be flag bearers, and what have you, no, or more musikari to petrol di koba, 18 regions, no. Senior, or money too, and no mudi mom. And this a member more sika during your campaign time. Now, ubenya to me, can you come after me? You don't have that moral right to come after me. Untiminye. Entina ushe mo na ye. Do you think for why would President Mama say he knows that the party for ni and in the past in the MPP John Boadu Davadi, many of them women organizers or national security reporter they we know Frimpom Boatin de Baye we know omo na ye Galam say Juma no enya hia for business o eya sikafo adwuma. But question is, see a business President Mama share your bo in 2024. Or catch us or bar. Sam crown na ye chi or site or no mutu no. And no money ye target no. But the bank rollers, the big fish is nankasa. But unfortunately for him, a man for no dear Juma na show months they should go after the big fishes and are not doing it. Ufa yokwa. When they won't do it, they will rather go after Kofi Juma and leave near Attorney General Nkasa directly. But are you surprised? Attorney General Dominic Ayeni organized a press conference or Jubilee House. President Ishia Omuni Nano and or catch Ghana for you. I open a business question. Say your friend Abangani Yamin and Samina Kosi say. He said in his response, he said, report now you're ready. I think that you did. Medanyamiasi.
I said report now you're ready.
He asked that question. And he told him that the report was ready. It is just to get to him. On the two ways, Sameboa. When did I ask that question?
No, I rather ask President on the state of the emergency. Yeah. But the Obi I think it was the CSO. Yeah, and he came to say the document is ready. The document is ready. Make share live. Yes. Exactly. You are right. Yes.
How many months a day?
Yes.
And this man, you are still entertaining him as a minister. I don't get it.
92.9.
That is where the issue is. Ora, you are gunu. Ora, mudite ya mudiku, ena wagunu, ena kisaja bina watata no. He is fighting, yama power 99% prosecutorial powers, eni ya 1%, ediama kisaja bi. Dominic Ayeni is not concentrating on what he can use the 99 to do. Rather, kisaja bi one no, eno si yen sambambe mano, na kisi be prosecute obia, mebo no pono. Dominic, Mabau, na denesi. Na Dominic Niki siyasemono, munjushim. Because I think sir, it goes beyond normal adieu. Because me try na me ye case me seki. Was the work Dominic Kisaja been worked under Dominic. Sir case be Tago near mana no research. So how let they make my ya harmful all of a sudden. Bibi wa mama yehu mako share infiltrate bia let's know. Na because mentiase. Galam say KPD ufie ha ye to yehu si ho. Research the drones high drones sa media try enema ekoso wo sino ni na fam sa nipa na meni we kana asem no unum say ya promote na other good board
okay yes yes okay
god in ama
okay
so ka so di me go court o di suit na ba
am I
na me say we ka so di me go court am twem obi a wa hura me bia ntimi ngo yi o ni o ma akọ na o ma ka court o ni o ma ntimi anya courage di me akọ court na o ma ka o ma ntimi ama if you go I will respond me respond ya you won't come
okay
that's it on Dr. Maria we see
just a minute na
I think say as oba o ye no she must do self introspection
okay
I say media no na obe limit na appearance on the media. No one limit no focus on the Juma or Mudiaman or free zone board. Or yeah, nanko be post na achievement. You see, if you go to the media and talk about what you are doing at free zones board differently, but when you go and you want to talk about some of these things, so you want to give people gag orders. A man was to it was a gag order. Say, oh, Cassie, you dare him not to speak again. But yeah, everybody has a right to speak. Insofar as Nyawo cannot enter out direct. I say, as a Okasa, the right to speak, the freedom of speech, it is enshrined in our constitution.
Okay.
And your right accrue to every citizen.
Okay.
So for her to go and sit and say this should be his last time, and that she shouldn't do it. It was wrong. Yeah, it was wrong. That gagging order was wrong, and nobody. You see, chief of staff will be a penance empire, but I was particularly disappointed.
Yeah.
Watching him shed tears.
How?
For what? What for?
Crying
You
more
see,
than the bereaved.
We are why. So Ochina be obese dear bar.
We expect
You are expected to go and beg
weep.
for one super so pacho.
Yeah.
Because where they buy and wako pacho.
Okay.
You see, when you do that, then the fight and I say I'm quite.
Matthias.
But I don't know. Ebi di ebi
Yeah.
I'm fuchini.
Ose.
When is that?
Yeah.
If say obia so ye bibi, especially when you have very few women in the MDC who are speaking out, then your first reaction is this,
Okay.
like ebia outright sack and abibi them.
So you don't
Eda
condemn the act
in here
and
soldiers,
beg for it.
you may not get people to also,
Citizen.
also
So this is why you,
So
you
I
condemn
agree.
it.
I agree.
You condemn it and beg for it.
Mami, your birthday no na fam now since a quick one. Happy birthday to Chairman Bernard and Chubosi Akon. Chairman won to me. You're 50 years today. Happy birthday to you, Chairman. Happy birthday to you, and then a happy birthday to Cynthia Ohima Menu. Oye Nessa, Oye Bremai Kumase. This one from Nana Brobe, and then Tony. Happy birthday to you, and then a happy birthday to my big brother Bright in Ohio, USA. This one is from Tina or Tima, also from US of A. And then a happy birthday to Mary Soa. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Madam Elizabeth Ansa. Happy birthday to you. And a happy birthday to Princess Wachum of Nkoko. Presby GHS. This one is from Prekes and the entire family. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Stanley Kpakpo Thompson. Happy birthday to you. And then a very wonderful good morning to Kweku Amprechum. Kweku Amprechum wo UK. Ujina as a youth organizer MPP in the UK. We wish you well, Kweku. Mijiri yese bibia eso boko die the UK. Yeah, call Antino. My time in so we are leaving. We are leaving. Yes.
Mr. Simpa. Yes, Robia.
Okay.
About the Deer Hands Festival.
Yeah.
Being baby.
Okay.
If you day,
oh,
yeah, shall say this week.
Okay.
And then there were a lemon Thursday.
All right.
It's in there, yes, Berry Kick war, Kings and Queens war,
Kings and Queens
Biggest Lounge war,
biggest stage. Yeah, the stage.
Ochina na your there ban.
Okay.
Ochina watch na boy.
Okay.
Ochina no your there but it's now you got all today's song.
Okay.
No, authentic ladies of Vinegar.
Okay.
You know what's why
authentic
ladies
of
Twafo number one.
Okay.
Simpa.
And now we so
can come ne pajaro ibe
on the pajaro ibe no. Yes.
Na chairman want to many birthday no so. Chairman. Yes, on the Yoruba, me Charles McCarthy.
Okay.
Na ye nyina di God the nature.
Yeah, but God the enemy.
Ye bochu soloku because you had to the soloku MP Yoruba.
Yeah.
Soloku ye twin wo Kumasi. Say woni Kumasi da bo say yes soloku ne ye pe.
Nti America ye ko twin soloku ye.
But now tell me both
Asemasi Bank of Ghana.
Aseme.
Yes, it's a Bank of Ghana for so aboka 93 billion.
Mo de bia mo ye man ka bia ye
da bi o say
some born da ma mo ye man ka bia ye yo some born da ma
of course
ye be de hu komo why ye be de hu komo
ala chance obu mo bia
Hannah Medish Medina say it's a happy holiday, it's a Friday. Leaving you in the good hands of the sports team to take over your radio. And today is Friday. My main country said that's a Friday, you know, from 8 p.m. down to 12 a.m. Yeah, Zoom beverages, your Labadi Pleasure Beach. To make your holiday good, I don't know. Catch us live on 92.9 FM. Zoom beverages. Labadi Pleasure Beach. Yeah, twice a hall. And you know, you're going to meet all the fantastic presenters, Mr. Fox, and Officer Captain B.O., and then the DJs of the DJs, DJ Nat Bubu, and then the biggest Andy, who is going to sit in from 4 to 6 p.m. today. Is a holiday version. You're going to catch us Labadi from 8 p.m. downside to 12 a.m. We're going to make your holiday good with our Zoom beverages. Benina Masanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Have a happy weekend. It's a long weekend. And trust me, be safe out there. But I must be heavily produced by Richard Appears upon Fifi Addison. And I face a quick on technical Abdullah and Amos and I face Danny. We are back again, God willing, on Monday morning. Have a blessed holiday.